Let's talk about something that's on pretty much every parent's and teacher's mind these days: the complicated and honestly often worrying relationship our kids have with their phones. This right here, this is a direct quote from a parent who reached out, just feeling completely at a loss. And I bet it sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's a story playing out in homes everywhere, and it's leaving parents feeling so helpless. So, this really brings us to the big question, the one we're going to tackle today. What is the real impact of these little devices we've all got in our pockets? We're going to dig into the science behind what's happening, and most importantly, we're going to talk about real, practical solutions. Okay, so first things first, let's get a handle on just how big this issue really is. And I want to be clear, the phone itself isn't the villain here. The real danger is in how it's being used, or maybe more accurately, how it's being overused. Just take a look at this number. Let it sink in for a second. 4 to 7 hours every single day. For a lot of kids, that's more time than they spend doing homework and playing outside, combined. It's a huge chunk of their life just gone, staring at a screen. And the consequences? Well, they're very, very real. We're seeing a direct link between all this screen time and a drop in some pretty crucial skills. Their ability to concentrate just fades, memory gets weaker, and yeah, grades start to suffer. It even messes with their sleep and their behavior. So why? Why is it so ridiculously hard for kids to just put the phone down? Well, the answer isn't in their willpower. It's actually in their brain chemistry. It all comes down to a system that's been carefully engineered, and we call it the dopamine trap. You have to remember, these apps are designed by some of the smartest minds on the planet to keep you hooked. Every short video, every single like, every little notification, it's a tiny shot of dopamine, that feel-good chemical in our brain. It creates this powerful, addictive loop of instant gratification that a young, developing brain just starts to crave all the time. Here's a really good way to think about it. We all get that a constant diet of junk food is terrible for your body, right? Well, this endless stream of super fast, low-effort content, it's basically digital junk food for the mind. And here's the real price they pay. When their brain gets used to those quick, easy dopamine hits, all the stuff that actually requires patience and effort, like reading a book or actually focusing in class or just thinking deeply about something, all of that starts to feel incredibly boring and just hard. Now, let's see how this dopamine trap plays out in the one place where focus is everything, the classroom. This is what teachers are up against every single day. Students with attention spans so short they literally can't sit still for 10 minutes without reaching for a phone. For them, the simple act of reading one page from a textbook can feel like an absolute marathon. The main takeaway here is so important. This isn't just kids being undisciplined, it's something much deeper. Their brains are literally being rewired to expect and demand constant, fast-paced entertainment. And next to that, the normal pace of learning just feels painfully slow. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. It's big, it's real, and it's a little scary. But, and this is a big but, we are not helpless here. So let's shift gears and talk about the most important part of all this, what we can actually do to take back control. It all starts with creating some structure. So, step 1, the digital discipline rule. Set clear, consistent time limits. Step 2 is huge. Create no phone zones. Make places like the dinner table, the study area, the bedroom, totally phone-free. And step 3, which is absolutely critical, you have to replace that screen time with something meaningful. Sports, hobbies, music, even just talking. All right, next up, we can actually change how they see the phone. Instead of it just being an entertainment device, show them how it can be a powerful learning tool. Watch a cool science experiment, learn a new skill on a tutorial. And finally, maybe the toughest step of all, we have to be the role models. Our kids are always watching us, and they will copy what we do, not what we say. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? If we're glued to our own phones during dinner, we really can't be surprised when our kids do the exact same thing. Our actions are setting the rules, whether we like it or not. So as we start to wrap this up, let's be really clear. This isn't about being anti-technology or banning phones forever. It's about making a powerful, conscious choice in how we guide our kids to use them. I want you to just sit with this quote for a second, because in the end, we have to decide who's in control. Is technology serving our children's future, or has it become their master, stealing their focus and their potential? because the potential for good here is just massive. With the right guidance, with clear boundaries, these exact same devices can unlock whole worlds of knowledge and creativity. The power to make that happen is really in our hands. So I'll leave you with this one last question to think about, because it's not just about our kids, is it? It's about us too. If it's true that they learn from what we do, then every single time we pick up our own phones, what lesson are we actually teaching them? Thanks for listening.